Hello and welcome. I'm Ashley from Yoga for That. Today's yoga sequence is stretching and strengthening. Starting off seated on your mat, you can sit cross-legged, you can sit on your heels or sitting on a prop. Taking your hands to your shoulders. As you inhale, lift your elbows up, take the elbows wide, and as you exhale, round the upper back to draw the elbows together. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. One last time. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Releasing your hands. Take your hands to your low back. Clasp your hands together. Broaden through your heart. Breathe into your collarbones. Releasing your hands, make your way to a tabletop shape. Inhaling to lift the chest and the tailbone. Exhale to round, pressing the earth away from you. Inhale to arc, dropping the low belly. Exhale to press the earth away, rounding the upper back. Inhale to arc. Exhale to round. Inhale to arc. Exhale to round. Inhale to neutral spine. Untuck your toes. Bring your hips towards your heels. Weave your right arm underneath your chest, reaching for the left side of the room. Inhale to make your way through center and weave your left arm underneath your right, reaching for the right side of the room. Inhale to bring yourself back through tabletop. Lifting your knees off the earth, extend your right heel long behind you, working to keep the hips square and draw the knee in. Extend your left heel long behind you. Draw the knee back in, release your knees to the earth. Keeping the core strong, lift your knees off the earth, extend your right heel long behind you. Draw the knee in, extend the left heel behind you, and draw the knee back in. Lower the knees one last time, keeping the core strong, lift the knees, extend the right leg back. Knee comes back in. Left heel extends back. Draw the knee in, release the knees. Walking your hands a little bit wider, prepping for downward dog, lift your hips up and back. Begin to walk your dog out, so bending into one knee and pressing back through the opposite heel. This will help to stretch the calves and get into the hamstrings. You're also welcome to make bigger movements with your hips or even shift forward and back to plank. With an inhale, coming high on your toes, bending the knees. And as you exhale, step, walk, or hop forward to the front edge of your mat. As you inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to release over the thighs. Hanging here in a forward fold, hands to earth, backs of legs or opposite elbows, allowing the crown of the head to fall towards the earth. Inhale to halfway lift, exhale to release. Inhale to ragdoll all the way to stand. Draw the shoulders towards the ears and roll the shoulders down the back. Bringing the weight onto your left foot. Bring your right tippy toes to the earth and take your right knee wide. Bring your foot to your calf, toes to floor or foot to inner thigh, coming into tree pose. Hands can rest on the hips at heart center or reach the hands towards the sky. Bring the hands back through center, right knee comes forward, make your way back into Tadasana. Weight into your right foot, foot to calf, inner thigh, or toes can stay on the earth, making your way into your variation of tree pose. Hands come back through heart center, knee comes forward, make your way into Tadasana. Inhale to reach the arms up, exhale to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the earth, step back to your plank foundation. Shift your weight forward, draw the knees to the earth, and lower your chest to the floor. Untuck your toes, walk your hands wide, elbows point towards the sky. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to release. Inhale to lift. Exhale to release. Inhale to lift. Exhale to release. Hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, come through hands and knees, meeting in downward dog. Inhale to come high on your toes, bend the knees, exhale, step, walk, or hop forward. Inhale to find length, halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale to reach all the way to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to earth, step back to plank. Shift forward from the toes, knees to earth, lower the chest to the floor. Untuck the toes, inhale, baby cobra or full cobra. Exhale to release, downward dog. Inhale, come high on your toes, bend the knees. Exhale, step, walk, or hop forward to the front edge of the mat. Inhale to halfway lift, heart reaches forward. Exhale to release. Inhale to reach the hands towards the sky. Exhale to dive over the thighs, forward fold. Inhale to find length. Exhale, hands to earth, step back to plank. Shift forward from the toes, knees or toes lower halfway or all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Press back, downward facing dog. Inhale to come high on your toes, bend your knees. Exhale, step, walk, or hop forward. Inhale to lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Release the hands beside you. Walk your big toes together to touch. Inhale, sit down chair. Exhale to stand. Inhale to chair. Exhale to stand. Inhale to chair. Exhale to stand. Inhale to chair. Exhale, fold over the thighs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to earth. Step your left leg long behind you. Inhale to rise, high lunge. Exhale, hands to earth, step back to plank. Inhale, hips up and back, downward dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high, step your left foot forward. Inhale to rise, high lunge. Exhale, hands to earth, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to release. Walk your big toes together to touch. Inhale, chair. Exhale, flow the arms behind you. Inhale to chair. Exhale to flow. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to floor, step your right leg long behind you. Inhale to rise, high lunge. Exhale, hands to floor, step back, plank. Inhale, hips up and back, downward dog. Inhale, right leg comes high. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, hands come to the earth, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to release. Hanging here in your forward fold, grab opposite elbows and begin to gently sway side to side. Come to pause, release your hands. Inhale to rise, ragdoll to stand nice and slow and controlled. Come to meet in Tadasana. Bring your hands to heart center. Sit down into your chair pose. Lift your heels high off the floor and sink your hips deeper, thighs parallel to the floor. Engage your core. Inhale, come up halfway, release your heels. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to release over the thighs. Stepping back into plank. Shift forward, lower the knees to the earth, lower the chest to the floor. Inhale, baby or full cobra. Exhale to press back, downward dog. Inhale, lifting your right leg high. Step your right foot in between your hands. Rotate your back heel down. Inhale to rise, warrior two. Bring the hands to your low back. Clasp your hands together, working to broaden and stretch through the front line of the body. Exhale to dive the shoulder towards the inside of your thigh. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to dive. Inhale to lift. Exhale to dive. Pausing here, maybe pressing shoulder to the inside of the thigh. Inhale to lift, release the arms, warrior two. Straighten the front leg, reach your front arm forward as your back hip reaches back. Exhale, tip at the shoulders, working to not arc through the side body. Gazing wherever is most comfortable. Inhale to bend the front knee, warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Staying deep in your front knee and finding the stretch through the side of the body. Inhale back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg once again. Reach your front arm forward. Exhale, tilt the shoulders, hand to the inside of the front leg. You can stay here for a little bit deeper of a stretch. Bend into your front knee. Extended ankle pose. Release your hands to the floor. Lift your back heel. Step back to plank. Lift your hips up and back. Downward dog. Inhale to lift your left leg high. Step your left foot in between your hands. Inhale to rise, warrior two. Bring the hands to your low back. Lift tall through your chest. Exhale to dive the shoulder to the inside of the knee. Inhale to lift. Exhale to dive. Inhale to lift. Exhale to dive. Inhale to lift the chest, release the arms, warrior two. Straighten through the front leg, center your front arm forward as your back hip reaches back. Bringing the hand to the inside of your thigh without arcing through the side body. Inhale, bend to the knee, warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale to warrior two. Straighten the front leg, reach your front arm forward, again coming into your triangle pose. You're welcome to stay here, bend into your front knee, extended ankle pose. Hand might rest to the floor or elbow to thigh for more support. Release your top hand to the earth, lift your back heel, step back to plank, lift your hips up and back, downward dog. Inhale to shift forward to plank. Exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. Inhale to shift forward, keeping the core strong. Exhale, hips up and back. Inhale to shift forward to plank. Exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. Inhale to shift forward to plank and pause. Walk your big toes together to touch. Walk your right hand in and up. Rotate to the outer edge of your right foot as you open up into side plank, working to stack the top wrist over the shoulder. Keeping the core strong, release your top hand to the floor plank. Bring the weight into your left hand, rotate over to the side, side plank. Exhale, top hand reaches down, plank foundation. Lower the knees to the earth, press back, child's pose. Inhale to shift forward to tabletop. Reach the right arm out in front of you, left leg extends behind you. Keep the core strong, reach long through the arm and long through the leg. Exhale, release to the earth. Inhale to reach your left arm forward, right leg extends back, keeping the hips and shoulders square to the earth. Exhale to release. Inhale to extend the right arm, add the left leg, holding here or taking the limbs to the outside edges of your mat. Inhale to come back through center, exhale to release to the earth. Inhale, left arm reaches forward, right leg reaches back. Again, you can pause here working on core engagement or take the hand and leg to the outside edges of your mat. Come back through center, release to the earth, tabletop. Keeping your toes tucked, walk back to sit on your heels, stretching through the bottom of the feet. This might feel too intense, so you're welcome to bring your hands to the earth. Or bring your hands to prayer, or reach the hands above your head, clasping the hands together, pointer fingers reach towards the sky. Think of lengthening out of your hips as you stretch through the bottoms of your feet. Release your hands back through center. Walk yourself forward into a tabletop shape, and take a moment to tap the tops of the feet on the earth to shake out the feeling of the feet. Lifting your hips up and back, downward dog. Lifting your right leg high, step your right foot to your right thumb. Inhale to rise, high or low lunge, your choice. Bending into your back knee lunge. Inhale to straighten the back leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Last time, exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. This time, exhale, bend and hold. Draw the belly over the front of your thighs to reach the hands behind you and straighten your back leg, just as if you were flying through the sky. Release your hands to the earth, back knee comes to the floor, making your way into a modified lizard pose. Hands to the earth or elbows to floor, an option to come to the outside edge of your foot. And you might bring your hand to the inside of the thigh and begin to open through the chest, adding a little bit of a twist. Coming back to your modified lizard, engage your core line. Lift your back knee off the floor, and using the strength of your core, step your right leg back to plank. Hips up and back, downward dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high, step your left foot forward. Inhale to rise, high or low lunge. Exhale to drop your back knee towards the earth. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Last time, exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. This time, exhale, bend your back knee, pause. Straighten your back leg as you lunge your body forward. Belly rests over top of your thigh, reaching the fingers behind you. Release your hands to the earth, back knee comes down to the floor. Walk your foot wide, a modified lizard pose. Again, option to come to the outside edge of your foot and maybe bring the hand to the inside of your thigh. Hands to the floor. Keeping your core strong, lift your back knee off the earth. Low belly is engaged, and then step your left foot back plank. Inhale, hips up and back, downward dog. Stepping towards the front edge of your mat. Inhale to find length, halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale to rise, hands reach for the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center, release the hands beside you. Bringing your right tippy toes to the floor. Lift your right knee in line with hip height. Bend at the knee and bring your ankle to your left thigh. Working your way into standing pigeon pose, hands to heart center. You can stay here or begin to shift your hips further back just like we do in chair. Work to send your knee back. Core is strong, chest is slightly lifted. Breath is strong. Inhale to rise, feet to floor. Left tippy toes to the earth. Left knee comes up in line with hip height. Bring your ankle to your thigh. Again, you can stay here. Begin to shift your weight back. Hands might come to heart center. Curl the toes towards your shin as you press your knee back. Inhale to rise back up, feet to earth, Tadasana. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale to reach over towards the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left, flowing with the breath. Exhale, fold over the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Taking your feet nice and wide, prepping for a wide-legged forward fold. Grab for opposite legs, calves or ankles. If that's too much, you can just grab opposite elbows. Allow the crown of the head to fall heavy. Weight is into your heels. Twisting over to the right, you might extend your left arm up towards the sky or keep your hand to your low back. Grabbing hold of opposite ankles or calves once again. And twisting over towards the left. Hand might reach towards the sky or hand to your hip or low back. Top hand comes down, both hands towards the earth. Inhale to find length, halfway lift. Heel toe your feet back to mat distance apart. Toes turn out, drop your hips down, Malasana or Yogi squat. Triceps press into your inner thighs as your inner thighs press into your triceps and your chest lifts in towards your thumbs. You're welcome to stay here, or if you'd like, playing into crow pose. So lift your hips up high, point your toes forward. Walk your feet towards each other, come high off your heels. Palms rest underneath your shoulders. Lift your hips nice and high to the sky, bend your elbows towards your ribs, and rest your shins on your triceps. Keeping the gaze in front of you, you might play with lifting one or both feet off the floor. You can play here for as long as you'd like. When you're ready, coming to meet in a child's pose. Once you've made your way into child's pose, taking 3 rounds of cleansing breath. May the light in me find the light in you. Namaste. Thanks so much for practicing with me today. See you again next time.